Hello, 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 hello. Good evening to everybody. Can you hear me? Hello, 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 hello. Good evening to everybody. Can you hear me? Yeah. Up to today, just we are telling demo classes. Just maybe a non-technical person, a newcomer means understandable purpose I'm telling. But today onwards, actual classes we are going to start. Without any knowledge also, all the things today onwards you are understandable. Easy. All the things, tools, names, all the things I will tell you today. Main heading. Notes also I will tell you. So now we are write it. Oracle 19.6 up to some stage, right? Oracle 19.6. Oracle 19.6. Okay. Now, in a previous class, anybody attending means I'm telling what I'm telling. Oracle is a product from Oracle Corporation. What type of product this one? Database product. Oracle is a product from Oracle Corporation. What type of product this one? Database product. What is the purpose of this database product means? For storing data permanently in secondary storage devices, I'm telling. That small notes, write it only, then we are starting what is these are all the things. Write it. Some theory, write it. Oracle is a relational. What is the relational means later? Relational database. Which is used to store data permanently, in secondary storage devices. Oracle is a relational database which is used to store data permanently in secondary storage devices. If you want to write it fast, if you want to already have an idea, these all. If you want to operate Oracle database, then we are using following languages. These are all the things I'm telling you. Following languages. These are first one, SQL within the parenthesis, write it, structured query language. Second one, PLSQL within the bracket only, write it. Procedural language extension for SQL. First time. Some other meaning is there, first time. PLSQL, procedural language extension for SQL. Third one, these three languages in our course only we are learning. Dynamic SQL. Dynamic SQL. Okay, all are right it this one. Why? Because the small non-technical person, first time newcomer purpose. Okay, up to this one in a previous classes we are learning. Now onwards, concentrate. Very, very interesting. Without any knowledge, also very easily understandable. Now check it out. Concentrate here. Slowly observe it here. Screen observe it. Suppose in my screen only, here something is there. Okay, observe it here. SQL plus is there. What is this one? SQL is a long ways. PLSQL is a long ways. Dynamic SQL is a long ways. Through that languages, you are operating data in a where Oracle database. Everyone knows. But unfortunately, again, in my screen only SQL plus is available. Something is available. What is this one? Anybody have an idea? Very good. Two persons are telling. Murali sir, SQL plus is a what? A tool they are telling. Very good. Correct. This is a tool. How you are understandable? What is this tool? What is that vocational SQL language? What is this Oracle? Confusing only. That's why if you want to understandable, this concept means simple technique is there. Oracle Corporation giving a what? A simple diagram. Through that one, easily understandable. Today, all the things here are understandable, very easy. Now check it out. Concentrate here. Concentrate here. Suppose, slowly observe it here. I am installing a Oracle software. Don't write it. 5 minutes only. Observe it here. I am installing Oracle software into my system. Okay, like this. Whenever I'm installing a what? A Oracle software into my system, observe it here. Some place is created in a disk here. Some place is created. Now this is called a database. For example, okay, so now this is called a database. Observe it here. Suppose in this database we are storing the data. Don't worry. Suppose you are a user. I am a user, for example. Okay, fine. I am an employee. You are an employee, like this only. Now slowly observe here. Very interesting. This one. Now this user wants to store some data into where this database, for example. Yes, this user, this employee, for example, okay, so wants to store some data. How can I store data? Means practically we are learning. Don't worry, one of these days. Store data into where this database permanently. Later they are using. Again, this user not only storing a data into where database, but also this user wants to fetch or retrieve data from database, for example. They want to retrieve data from database. Retrieve means fetching only. Retrieve data from database. If any user wants to, so now here, yes, here store some data into database, and also, so now here, yes, here this user wants to retrieve data from database. I am also here also thinking, oh, maybe this employee is there directly interacting with this database. We are thinking, but unfortunately, this is a wrong one. Always, whenever any user wants to perform some operations in a Oracle database, means always that user uses what? A two-step process, not a single-step process. That is important. That is so many fellows are doesn't know. That's why tools they doesn't know. Two-step process they are using only. Very, very, very important. Any user wants to perform some operations in Oracle database, that user uses a what? A two-step process. Very, very important. What is those two steps means? Concentrate here. First step is, don't write it anything, just observe here. First step is connect is a step. What is connect means? Today we are learning, don't worry. Again, another one is what? A step two means a communication. So now here step two is a what? A communication. First step is connect step. Another one is what? A communication. Communication. In this first step only, connect step, what is the example means? So many tools they are using only. Don't write it. Just observe it here. One of the example of this connect step is a tool means SQL plus is a tool. In a screen only, in a desktop only, SQL plus tool is there. No? Yes, those tools we are learning. SQL plus is a tool. Big diagram through. Today you are understandable what is those tools or anything. Yes, in this communication step only, already we are telling about today SQL, PL, SQL, some languages are there, no? Yes, communication step only. Yes, example, some languages are there. These languages, so many fellows having idea, SQL, PL, SQL, dynamic SQL, some languages only. That's why always if any user wants to perform some operations in Oracle database, then that user uses how many steps? Two-step process. First step is connect. Another step is communication. What is that connect step? Why we are using only those, all the things I will tell you. At least connect step means, oh, maybe some tool is there, SQL plus tool. One big diagram through, you are understandable today. These are all the tools. Communication steps through, we are learning about SQL, PL, SQL, these type of languages. Very, 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 very important. Now here, just write it what? Next para. If any user write, if any user write it, if any user wants to perform some operations, in Oracle database, then that user uses following two-step process. Following two-step process. Up to some stage, write it. Why? Because first time not technical. Then that user uses following two-step process. These are step one, right? Step one. This step one today we are understandable. Don't worry. Step one. Connect, write it. Connect. In this connect only example, write it. Today we are learning the tool SQL plus tool. Some tools are there, but first time. Again, step two. Step two. Communication, right? Communication. Today, at least step one, we are starting. Communication. Communication means example SQL, PL, SQL, dynamic SQL, some languages are there. Languages, oh, maybe communication means some languages. Okay, slowly observe. Communication. Example SQL, PL, SQL language. Now, step one, side heading. Through the diagram, you are understandable. Step one, side heading. Connect, right? First. Step one, side heading, connect. Now slowly observe it here, concentrate here. Step one, connect on. Color reading, yes, here. Now concentrate here, concentrate here. First time, non-technical person purpose, I'm telling these all the things. Technical person, well-known person. Now check it out. Slowly, very interesting. This is not my diagram. Oracle Corporation giving only beautiful diagram. Through that one, everyone understandable. New terminology, new concept. Now check it out. Suppose what I am telling in a previous classes, concentrate here. Slowly observe here. Suppose I am installing a Oracle software in my system. How can we install? Means next class side we are telling. Don't worry. Whenever I'm installing a Oracle software, automatically some place is created in a disk, in a hard disk only. This is a one. This is a place is called a database. Oh, database is a place where we can store a data or not? Yes, database. Now, this is a database is there. Now check it out. Listen. Okay, so now here, don't write it, just 5 minutes on. Actually, this is a relational database, something I'm telling in a previous classes. This database is a collection of objects are available. Suppose tables are there in a future, procedures are there, functions are there, triggers are there, views are there, synonyms are there. So many database objects are there. Every relational database, not only Oracle, SQL Server, MySQL, DB2, Sybase, Informix, any database also collection of something is there. That is called objects. Okay, fine. Don't write it, just observe it what happened. These are called collection of objects. Okay, fine. Collection of objects. Slowly observe it here. Collection of objects. Now easily understandable now. Actually, these databases are also called as database servers. These are server. Okay, na? Yes, database servers. This one. Now, suppose here this user is there. For example, this is an employee. This is a user. This user, so now here you wants to communicate with this database. For example, I am also, you are also communicate with the database. I am also, you are also, some users, some employees are communicate with the database. If they want to communicate with the database, which language they are using? Which language they are using? Very good. Which language? Yes, here SQL is a language they are using only. These users are communicate with the what? I am also, you are also talk to database means Oracle database. They are using a what? Which language? SQL is a language. So many fellows are telling a what like this. This is absolutely wrong one. Wrong one. In any user also directly interacting with the servers, impossible. I am also, you are also directly does not talk to the databases, servers, impossible. SQL language, okay. Yes, I'm agree. Database is available, but unfortunately, users are does not interact with the what servers directly. Directly communication is not there. That's why these users are first connect to the where? Yes, tool. And now here, yes, these users are first connect to the where? Clients, client tool only. These users are first connect to the where? Client tools. Client tool is there. What is that client tools? I will tell you. First, client tool or query tools are there. These are called client tool. These are client server architecture. No, this is a server. This is a client tool. First, these users are connect to the where? Client tool. Then only through that tool only they are communicate with the what? A database by using a what? A SQL language. That is important. That's why diagram is different. First, users are connect to the where? Okay, tool. Through that tool only, client tool only, they are communicating with the what? Oracle database. That much of powerful. That's why first time newcomer, how they are understandable, that one means, yes, those diagrams I'm telling only. Oracle Corporation giving, through that diagram, everyone understandable. So now here, all the things only, then notes I will tell you. Concentrate here. Don't write it. Don't 5 minutes concentrate because you are a newcomer. Tools you don't have an idea. Anything you don't have an idea. Slowly observe it here. Concentrate here. Concentrate. You are not required to install any tools. I am installing. You are installing a Oracle software. Automatically, one tool is created. That is SQL plus tool. I will tell you. Okay. So where it is available? What is that one? I will tell you. Suppose screen observe it. 5 minutes or 10 minutes concentrate. Then you are understandable. These are new terminology. First diagram I am telling only, then only I am telling what, yes, here, this nodes only. Concentrate here, 5 minutes. Whenever I'm installing a what Oracle software, automatically some place is created in a hard disk. Already so many times I'm repeating. Observe here. This is called a database. Slowly, don't write it here. Just 5 minutes only. And now here a database. Now this database is nothing but a what? Collection of database objects. Tables are there, views are there, sequences are there, synonyms are there, indexes are there. So many database objects are there. Up to today, you don't have an idea. Maybe table format only have an idea in a future. These are nothing but a collection of database objects. Don't write it. Just observe here. This diagram through at least today, tools names you have an idea also. I'm satisfied. Collection of database objects. Database objects. Okay, fine. Now slowly observe here. Slowly observe here. Users, I am also here also some employees only. That is, these employees are communicate with the what database means, that is username, passwords, they are giving only administrator. Practically I'm showing only. Up to that one, users I'm calling only, don't worry. And now here, yes, users. First connect to the where? Tool. Observe here. This is a user. I am also here also user, for example. These users are first connect to the where? Tool. These tools are also called as query tool or client tool. These tools are also called as what? Client I am writing only because first time newcomer, client tools. Okay, client tools. Now here, once this users connect to the client tool, how means I will show you practically, don't worry. And now client tool. Then only through this client tool only, they are communicate with the what? This database, that data is there here. I am also here also operating a what data by using a one language. What is that language? SQL is a language. Here structured query language. SQL is a language is there. Here structured query language. In a future you are learning, no? So now what is that structured query language we are learning? Structured query language, for example. Okay, language. And now check it out. Concentrate here. That structured query language. Now, but unfortunately, you are a first-time newcomer. And now here, yes, these client tools. What is these client tools? Don't confuse only. Observe here. Whenever, for some examples I'm writing. Whenever you are installing a what? Your Oracle software, for example, I am telling how can I download, how can I install, I will tell you. What are the examples are there in a client tool means whenever you are installing a what? Yes, your Oracle software, one tool is automatically created. That is, you are not installing, I am not installing tool only. One tool, default tool, Oracle provided only. What is that default tool? Anybody have an idea? Very good. One fellow is telling only. What is that example means? SQL Plus is a tool. Whenever I'm installing a Oracle software, automatically Oracle Corporation giving a what? Which tool they are giving? SQL Plus is a tool automatically created. Which tool is that automatically created? SQL Plus tool is automatically created. That's why you are not required to load SQL Plus tool. Okay, so now here explicitly, automatically that tool is created. Where we are opening, how can I miss? I will tell you. Best example means what is the example of the okay, so now here one tool. One tool is what? SQL Plus tool automatically created. SQL Plus tool. This is a default tool. You are not required to install this tool. I will tell you notes. Don't worry. This is called what? Default tool. Default tool. When we are installing a Oracle software, automatically in your system, this same like a DOS prompt only, command line interface this one. But unfortunately, in a real-time project side, always debugging is very difficult in a way this tool. Learner, I am also learner, you are also learner, otherwise administrator, these all persons are interacting with the what SQL Plus tool through, we are interacting, okay, I'm agree. But unfortunately, some other debuggings, some other occasion of your coding, big codings we are writing means each and every time procedure function like this, create or replace like this, not. So now here, yes, not required to write a what some structure each and every time means another tools are available nowadays. Those tools are automatically not created. Different companies, yes, here providing a what those tools only. Whenever your company projects are there, you are interested to some work in a where through that tool means Yes, those tools also for son of your those tools through also we are interacting with what Oracle database possible. But unfortunately, those tools are GUI tools. That is graphical user interface tools. Same like a Windows is there, no? Yes, same like GUI tools are there. What are the tools are available? Those are explicit tools. In a project side, explicitly, yes, here company side explicitly they are purchasing want those tools, and those tools through also you are interacting with the what Oracle database possible. One of the popular tool maybe 7 years, 8 years back only, one popular tool is available nowadays also available in a Google. You are typing only Toad is a tool. Maybe anybody have an idea? Yes, a Toad tool is there. But not only that one, compared to Toad tool nowadays, most popular tool, suppose you are joining in a company, you are maybe in your company, most of the time, not a Toad only, nowadays, present situation, last 5 years back onwards, yes, one another tool is popular, more advantage is there compared to Toad tool, another tool is there. SQL developer is a tool. SQL developer, some fellows are calling. SQL developer is a tool only. So now here, there is also tool. It's a better debugging purpose. So most of the 99% of the companies uses this explicit tool, SQL developer tool, I think. Again, some companies, rare cases, they are using only SQL navigator is another tool is there. SQL navigator is another tool. Just tools, names, idea, purpose only. This diagram Oracle Corporation giving because newcomer purpose. This Toad and observed here, this Toad and SQL developer and SQL navigator, these tools are also called as explicit tools. These tools are not installing automatically when we are installing a Oracle software. Explicitly you want miss, you want purchase from different companies. Yes, you have to install it and interacting with the what Oracle database only through this client tool possible. But unfortunately, free trial softwares also available in a Google only. Through that one also you have to download it. These are called GUI tools, graphical son of your yes, graphical user interface, GUI tools only. Okay, na? Yes, just this small diagram, draw this one. At least tools names you have an idea. At least understandable, newcomer purpose, non-technical person purpose. This diagram they are giving only. Oh, maybe some tools through. For example, I'm designing only commit and rollback some transactions through the SQL plus tool in a tool side. Then you are understandable. GUI tools, no, graphical user interface, same like a Windows. Okay, just roughly diagram. Oh, maybe something is there, tools are there, server is there, SQL language is there, SQL plus tool means maybe default tool, some knowledge purpose. Draw this diagram. SQL navigator is a something, a tool name. Those are explicit. Completed. Hello. Complete this one. All are drawing this small diagram. Okay, now fast. GUM is some fellows are asking. These are graphical user interface tools. These three: Toad, SQL Developer, and SQL Navigator. These are GUI tools. But SQL Plus is a command line interface. I will tell you that notes is there. Don't worry. These are client tools. This is a long way. This is a server collection of database objects user. Okay, now very good. Some theory, right? At least okay. These all the things easy, but first time, don't worry. Oh, maybe something is there later. Very easy. These all the things. Okay, now I'm showing practically these all the things. But first, before that one, notes is better. Now here, check it out. In a demo class, these are all the things I'm telling you. Now here, yes, here. Now at least today, SQL plus tool side something I'm telling only. Then okay, I'm telling examples. Then you are understandable. Write it. So now here already step one, you are writing correct. No, in that one theory, write it. In Oracle, write it. This theory, write it better. In Oracle, before we are performing operations, in Oracle, before we are performing operations, then users first connect to Oracle database by using client tool. Already diagram. Oracle Corporation giving this theory very easy. In Oracle, before we are performing operations, then users first connect to Oracle database by using client tool. In Oracle, before we are performing operations, then users first connect to Oracle database by using client tool. In Oracle, before we are performing operations, then users first connect to Oracle database by using client tool. First connect to Oracle database by using client tool. Client tool. Client tool. Okay, na? One fellow is asking, Murali sir, you are telling what a default tool is SQL plus tool. Why so many companies are using still that GUI tools means SQL plus tool is there, but unfortunately, what the problem SQL plus means same like a DOS prompt. Don't write it. Just observe it here. Some fellow is asking, only one fellow here. SQL plus tool is there. In one of the stage, I will tell you. Observe here. GUI tool this one. This is same like a DOS prompt or not? Command line interface. But unfortunately, say compared to where this DOS prompt only, yes, this is a GUI is there. Windows, observe here, GUI. This is very easy or not? Yes, here. Suppose I want to open the what file means double click like this. So now here, yes, right click. So many options are there or not? The graphical user interface means always advantage. Whether debugging side, so many advantages are there. Okay, fine. But unfortunately, default tool is what Oracle provided still. So now this command line interface only they are providing. Explicitly nowadays advanced only GUI tools they are using. Okay, once we are good at what subject means why they are using that one. Yes, along with this one also, why some problems are there in SQL plus, those all the things I will check. Okay, yes, don't worry. And now here check it out. Write it. Okay, some other thing, write it. Next para. Whenever we are installing. Next para, write it. Whenever we are installing Oracle software, whenever we are installing Oracle software, whenever we are installing Oracle software, then automatically SQL plus tool is created. Then automatically SQL plus tool is created. That's why SQL plus is a default tool. Default this one. That's why SQL plus is a default tool. Tool means client tool. Okay. Default tool. Okay. At least today, example theory write it only. Then tomorrow, so now what is that server? Two parts are there. How SQL plus tool interacting. So now commit and rollback. Those all the things I will tell you. But subject wise, I am telling. Okay. First time, no theory I am telling. Write it side heading. SQL example. SQL plus tool write it because first time no SQL plus tool. SQL plus tool. Side heading. SQL plus tool. One example write it at least. Same Oracle Corporation giving this one. SQL plus within the bracket write it SQL star plus write it. Star plus or SQL plus is same. Okay, yes, write it. SQL plus is an next only communication. This is a big concept. Okay, right. SQL plus is an interactive query tool. Write it. SQL plus is an interactive query tool installed automatically. SQL plus is an interactive query tool. Interactive query tool installed automatically. Installed automatically. Already installed automatically when you install Oracle software. Installed automatically when you install Oracle software. Automatically underline it. Everyone automatically underline it. Okay. Next, write it. Last one. SQL plus has a command line interface. Command. SQL plus has a command line interface. SQL plus has a command line interface. Screen up there. That allows users to connect to Oracle database server. SQL plus has a command line interface that allows users to connect to Oracle database server. That allows users to connect to Oracle database server and execute statements interactively. And executes statements interactively. One fellow is asking, Murali sir, tell me the differences 11G2 versus 19C. So many differences are there. Technical knowledge is required. Okay. In the future, 11G, 10G, 12C, 18C, 19C. Features we are telling, then you are understandable. Okay. Now today First time newcomer and a non-technical person is there also understandable. That's what directly we are giving a what environment. Later only what is database, what is file, what is DBMS, what is RDBMS, what is the difference between that one, what is DBMS architecture. So now it will be, that is a theoretically or understandable one of this chapter, history chapter is there. But before that one, just practically interacting means better. Okay. Yes, everyone understandable. That's what. Up to this one is enough today. Tomorrow, don't miss the class. Yes, this SQL plus tool, interaction with the what server, commit and rollback, how transactions are working. Those all the things practically are understandable. Very, very interesting. Just diagrammatically, I'm showing practically, but you are writing it diagrammatically, then you are understandable. Okay, na? Yeah. Thank you for attending this class only. Tomorrow I will tell you remaining. Thank you.